Alright, you guys, this lesson is on applications. This is our set 3 on conics. This one is dealing with hyperbolas. Alright, I'm going to go backwards real quick, and you can pause it right here. This is the board problem. I'm not going to spend time on this video going over the board problem. This is out of our logarithm, so there's the answers right there. So I'm going to start with, without the answers, and then we'll go over that in class. Alright, so here we go. We got a spacecraft using Saturn's gravitational forces to slingshot around the planet on a path with this equation right here. So where the origin represents Saturn's center, and X and Y are in hundreds of thousands of kilometers. So that's a lot of kilometers. So what is the shape of this path? Okay, well, the shape of this path is definitely a hyperbola because they're both being squared, and this minus sign right here. In fact, it's a vertical hyperbola because the y squared is coming first. Okay, so it is a vertical hyperbola, and then the second part says write the equation. So what we have to do is complete the square. And so with completing the square, you guys, we got to make sure it's a 1y squared. There's no other x that tags along with this, so this one's already completed. This is x minus 0 squared. Alright, so we pulled a 21 out of the 21y squared and out of the 210. Okay, that's where we get this. Imagine if we distributed this 21 back through, it would take us back upstairs here. Alright, so we take half of 5, and half of 5 is, half of 10. Half of 10 is 5, and then 5 squared is 25. So we're going to add 25 here, but we actually add 21 times 25 to this side, which is 525, so we're going to add that to the other side. So there it is, balanced out. We added 25 inside the parentheses, but we added 525, so we had to balance out this equal sign right there. Okay, so now this is going to become y minus 5 squared. And then over here, this is 84. Let me slide that up so we're running out of room right there. Okay. All right. Now, hyperbolas and ellipses have to equal 1. So this equals 84. So we're going to take it and divide everything by 84. So there's our equation. So it's in standard form of our hyperbola. Okay. And then the third part said was to graph it. Okay. So the center is at, this is x minus 0 squared. So it's at 0, 5. So it's going to be right there. I have a dot right there. Okay. And then the next thing we do is we go ahead and get the vertices. The vertices are the square root that's underneath the first term right here. And it's vertical, so it's opening up right here. Okay. So there's the vertices at plus or minus the square root of 4 from the center right there. So the center's at 0, 5. So if we go up 2, that takes us to 0, 7. And if we go down 2, it takes us to 0, 3. Okay, and then we draw the box. The box will give us the diagonals for the asymptotes. Okay, so the box is, I always like the square root underneath the x first. So square root of 21 is about 4.6. And so we're going to go left and right from the center, about 4.6. Now be careful, the grid is going by 2. So 4.6 is going to be like right about here-ish. Okay, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line right about here. It'll be dotted, and then over here, here's 2, here's 4, so here's 5 right here, so 4.5. So it's going to be right around in there somewhere. Okay, all right, so and then go up and down 2, and then we're going to connect the diagonals of that guy. Okay, and then those are the asymptotes for our hyperbola. So then we just flare out the hyperbola towards those asymptotes, and there's our graph right there. Okay, one thing I didn't do was get the focus, but we could have, no problem, you guys. The focus is going to be, since maybe we got some time here, so the focus is c, so we can go c squared. I got to go here. C squared is going to equal a squared plus b squared, and those are the numbers that are underneath that. So that's going to equal 25. So c is going to be plus or minus 5. Okay. All right. So c is going to equal plus or minus 5. Let's go ahead and get my plus or minus key. It's hiding up in here. Okay, plus or minus 5 from the focus. So let's go ahead and graph those points. So the focus points are going to be plus or minus 5 from the center. So if we go up 5, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one focus point at 0, 10. And the other focus point is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the origin right there. Okay, so there's our two focus points at 0, 0 and then at 0, 10 right there. All right, you guys, if you're in my class, I'm going to assign you that for your homework. Take care.